chat right now.
But not
Liver.
ranch.
Ranch is
Yeah,
disgusting.
there's a bunch of
No.
gross stuff you're talking about. Yuckamole a while ago. That's gross.
You don't even want me to tell you what I think guacamole looks like. I told her last night. Yeah, Uh-oh, let me turn that on.
Uh,
Chicken livers are fish bait, not food. That's fish food.
fish bait. Ooh, ha, ha.
Actually, I have eaten chicken liver. I have eaten heart. Heart is good, and I do like
Yeah.
the other one there, the other part of that, the gizzard.
Fried gizzards are great. That's what figuring out what catfish says.
Here's a big thing. A lot of people go and do
Hello.
liver and give them to all their pets. They got to be very careful about that. Their dogs, because liver is very high in I think protein. And if it spikes an animal dog, you can kill them. Paul, I'm sorry I interrupted you, sir. It's yours.
He's gonna finish it up, but that's all I got to say.
That's
about
all I
that.
got to say about that. Ryder Corbin is saying, "What you doing, Ryder?"
He does
Do
says
it,
that
Ryder.
every time we drive
Corbin.
past Ryder's house. Where's Ryder doing?
Yeah.
Ryder.
That's my homie.
I gotta have a shirt like yours. I need one for my wife, but I want the stripes in the color of the seatbelt of my truck.
This is my work shirt.
And at that angle.
I just haven't taken it off.
Yep.
I feel like I never do.
See, he knows what I'm talking about right there. Look, not Scotty, but
Bodie, I could have that. I'd try that. That sounds good.
deer is best because you didn't have to feed it, you didn't have to take care of it and keep it alive, and it's delicious.
But you can name it if you want to.
Yeah, Ryder names them on his deer on his cameras all the time.
That one. Which one is that? Let me see.
Bye, Chris and Dodge. Have a good night.
Yeah, that
Who?
that one was Pops.
Who did Palmetto Paratrooper pass on?
I thought I
Highway 10?
passed you on Highway 10 earlier.
Who?
Who? Who?
You might have. I went to Salina this evening, and I went down Highway 69 to Pryor and went across. But when I come back, I went up to Strang and across to Langley and up. But I've been making the rounds this evening. My blue pickup got more than 100 miles on it since 5 o'clock.
I got you. Dun-ts.
But you didn't pass me then. Great, thanks.
Good night, Cassie's Kitchen Creations.
Hey, Ryder.
I was going to share my grapes with you, but it's over now.
Bowen says he's never had Canadian bacon.
Wow.
Ryder, I see what you got on your wall. I'm going to take pictures of 2 things I got on my wall, and I'll send it to Amy, and then she can send it to you so you can see, because I don't have your number. And I think you'll like them a lot.
Look, don't excuse the mess over here, but yeah, there's that thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one was 22 pounds, 2-inch spurs, and a 12 and a quarter-inch beard. Big turkey.
2 years ago, we harvested our turkeys. There was 4 turkeys. 2 of them were between 32 and 35 pounds. The other 2 were 44 to 45 pounds.
Look, this was wild, okay? This was wild.
They wouldn't fit in the oven. I had to split them in half frozen
Hi, Marissa.
and then cook them separately.
Mm-hmm.
All I see is food.
Marissa's
Marissa's in.
We got
Canadian bacon is just
Faith,
ham.
Marissa, and Mary.
That's right.
Where the boys
Deer.
at?
Deer on
What the
Playing
heck is
video
on your
games.
walls, Ryder?
Your
Those are
mom's
deer,
freaking.
Ma.
Dead animals.
Dead animals.
Almost basically roadkill.
None of
Those are
those
deer.
were. That one lived. The one that was roadkill broke my ribs and ran off in the woods. So
Yeah. This guy can't even unalive a deer with a car at 70 miles an hour.
apparently,
He just rolled out of it and laughed at him and broke Ryder's ribs.
no,
and
he
ran
waited
off
till I
laughing.
tried to pick him up and put him in the trunk of the car, take him home, and he woke up in my hand.
You know what movie? Tommy Boy.
And Moses, their son, and my wife just watched and freaked out and then laughed when they realized I wasn't dead.
Wanda, you got that right. T-bone in prime. Ooh.
No.
Mm. Mm. Why don't you want
The sport animals. They're good, Ma.
Yeah, they're not poor.
excellent? Why would you say no to that?
No.
Why?
I don't. That's on a bone.
You don't know what's good.
It's not on a bone. It's served without a bone.
There's no bone in prime.
Mm-mm.
And I don't like the thick stuff either.
Or ribeye. Ain't got no bone.
Right?
No bone.
Actually, a ribeye it is a T-bone, or T-bone is a ribeye, but it has the other one on the other side of the T. And then it's a ribeye if you take it off. It's
Good night, Lacey.
weird.
Right, Lacey.
In the car.
Yeah.
We did say that. Moses lost. That's when Moses' phone broke. He had to go back and he found it on Skelly. I told him
Y'all
that
making
was
me
payback
hungry.
for not recording it, so I could be on America's Funniest Home Videos or something, or helping me fight a deer.
Ew. Fine. More for us, Amy. Go eat coleslaw. Gross.
Did you guys ever hear about the cowboy that thought he could rope a deer? That used to be a little deal that went around. You could probably find it on, I bet it's on YouTube somewhere. Somebody reading that poem about a cowboy roping a deer. And basically what he said was, I never roped a calf that done that. It went in every direction at the same time.
A divider plate.
He's a 5-year-old and he's on the divider plate. Leave me alone, Bowen. America's Funniest Home Video is still a thing.
No.
I don't know, but it would have been worth trying. I'd have been on it with that video.
If you get a popsicle that has a stick in it, do they have to take the stick out for you too?
No. No.
Just wondered.
That would be funny though.
Here, honey, I deboned your popsicle.
Smush it up in the divider plate.
Yeah, there you go.
My sister's 37 and she won't eat food that touch her plate.
What?
A touch on her
Wait,
plate.
touch
On
her
her
what?
plate. There you go. On her plate.
See?
Ryder can tell you. Me and our dad had a saying about that when he had a plate of food. Before he was done with it, it just looked like a slurry happened on his plate because he didn't care. He'd mix it all together. And my mom, especially, would be like, "That looks gross." He's like, "It's all going to the
Hi,
same place."
Lynette.
That's what he always said. It's all going to the same place,
Yeah.
The toilet.
right?
Eventually.
He
I
also-
had a guy at church that
He
told
also
me
told her
one
when she asked him how the food was, he's like, "It'll make turd."
time- yeah,
Like, well,
I had a
you're
guy
right. It
one
will.
time
My
who,
dad is 65 and won't eat if it touches.
he'd go through the line, get his meat, little potatoes, green beans, or whatever on his plate, and then he'd go over by the pies and he'd put 2 big old pieces of pie right on top of all that. Eat that pie. I said, Ray, why do you do that way? He said, man, you never can tell when you may kick off. Ain't no sense in eating all that other stuff until you had your pie. You just know, you never know.
You gotta have dessert first.
Yeah, you better have dessert first. Oh, here's one for you. What do y'all think about that?
Taco Mayo. I haven't had it.
I haven't
Really?
had it. We have them. I see them. I just haven't
I
ate it.
haven't had it.
We
I don't
had
really eat out very much.
at one time we had one in Miami, but we went through Veneta this evening, and that was where we stopped. I had a beef and cheese quesadilla, and she had their nachos. I felt like I got gypped when I looked at her nachos. I'm like, man, if they put that in a tortilla, I could eat that while I was driving. Anyway,
Taco Mayo was her favorite in college. Don't worry, be happy.
Look.
Well, it bothers me that it bothers you because that's how we pronounce Miami.
well, that's because Miami is the tribe,
Yeah.
Not a city in Florida.
not a city.
There's Miami in Florida and there's Miami in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
What
I
about
never
your
had
Amy?
I know.
No, it's mine. It's right here.
Your Amy. Yeah.
It's in my little square thingy, not
Yeah.
yours.
Goodness.
When
Thank
lockdowns happened, I still went to work and fishing and everything else. I just didn't stop. I didn't really ever get normal.
Mom says Taco Mayo's good.
Yeah.
I miss In-N-Out Burger. Never had that either.
I think that happened with every burger I've ever ate.
Yeah. It went in and it came out.
Does Miami still have all the wedding places?
Laverne's is still there. Right across from the courthouse in Miami, Oklahoma. You can get married cheaper than you can do it in Vegas. Yeah, guess who got married there?
You?
Dale and Lisa.
Oh.
Ah,
Within a year or two of when Anita and I got married there. Laverne's Wedding Chapel. Little did I know back then, the guy that married us was probably had been away from there a while, but he is a previous pastor to the church I'm pastoring now.
did you see that, Ryder?
Is that a pike or I can't?
Musty.
Muskie, okay. It was a little blurry on my end, so I couldn't tell.
Well, I have a friend who really likes to catch fish.
Muskie.
Let me see if I can find a picture of him.
Tony, you're in Bristow, aren't you? Okay, now you're just showing off with the elk. Okay. Hopefully in September there will be one of those here as well. So we'll see. Hopefully I also get drawn this year.
I just can't square the A sound where there's an I.
English is the hardest language.
Ooh.
We're just
Bodie
helping
likes
him out with
the
pronounced
big food. Uh-huh. The house. You know, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
But yeah.
Well, Bodie does, and that's what matters.
Okay.
Yep.
Bodie knows, and that's what matters. What are you trying to find, Paul?
I'm going to find a picture of my friend Brian Baker.
Okay.
Anybody know Brian Baker?
No.
No. Oh, those fighting words.
which words are fine. Oh, I see.
Where it says Ohio sucks.
Yep.
Go blue. Ohio Valley Prepping says, oh, those are fighting words.
Plant the flag. That's hilarious.
Good night, Ma.
Good night, Ma.
Oh,
Not
there you go.
more.
Ryder. What
You gotta
the holy ham Jesus?
go that way.
right,
There you go.
uh.
Now bring it closer.
Well, do you want to do it? You want to do it?
Yes. Is that a white in the one in the middle? Is that just a whitetail spike, or is that one of those Sika or whatever.
Angie. I love it.
She's looking for the butt end of the mount to put on the opposite side of
Hey.
the wall.
Henry, what's that? Harry the Hendersons, yes. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Oh,
Like, your
wow.
buddy's the one that got that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Night, Amy's.
Okay, it's a spike. I was curious. I couldn't tell. I was making sure.
It's just a spike, he
Yeah.
says.
I'll have a that oryx. It should
That's
be
a
here.
big one.
Wow.
Wow.
Courtney says I can't go pick up my oryx from the taxidermist. I have to pick up her ram. She's got a half body mount ram that's ready to pick up.
That's some big head carp. They overpopulate everywhere they're at. Mess up all the fishing. So Brian's just been catching them, but he does guided tours on Grand Lake, and I bet I've seen 150 pictures of him with 3 or 4 of them in his boat, trying to get rid of them.
Goodness.
Is the big head the one that jumps up out of the water and hurts people?
I think that's a
Slams into their boat.
silver, or I don't know. I don't want to be wrong. I could be wrong, but Oryx is good. I wasn't sure. It was good meat.
Wanda says she could never
Easy.
hunt. She'd get nightmares.
Yeah,
Silver carp.
I thought it
Asian
was silver. Like the Asian.
Hello,
Are-
Greg.
Courtney's commenting.
Our loco deer have been coming around a lot lately. I mean, 40 feet off this back window. They're sitting there left and right. Big ones.
Wow.
There's an old picture.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Greg,
Yeah.
the hotel down at Roland is nice.
Back when you could snag at night.
I want an all dad too, but I'm poor now. Hi, Judy. The only thing silver carp are good for is fertilizer.
Hey, you can take fish that you don't want, and if you want to fertilize whatever plants, I did tomato plants a couple of years ago. Dig a hole like a foot deeper than what your tomato plant you're going to put in the ground. Put the fish in there, spread lime, and put dirt, and put your tomato plant on top. Your plants grow like crazy.
Greg is sitting in a drive-through.
Do they do your tomatoes taste a little fishy after that?
Nope.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I know that. Just like using fish mocks, but it's fish. We had some that freezer burn. We forgot we had them a bunch in bags, and so I said, "Hey, don't throw them away. We're using fertilizer."
You know that's something that's kind of funny, but if a person has cows out on grass and they eat a bunch of garlic, you can taste it in the milk.
Fish I don't eat.
I'm not going to believe that one, Paul. I know you're tricking us.
No, I'm serious. They in the FFA judging contest for dairy, they would make them taste milk and tell them what grass the cattle were eating.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Honey's the same way. You can tell what kind of
Pollen.
flowers, plants, or like clover honey tastes different than other kinds.
Well,
You
I could tell the difference in the milk. They had us do
I think
that.
there's sometimes then that honey would taste like ragweed and things that you wouldn't want it to taste like, but I guess it does.
Yeah, but they say that local honey is actually better for your allergies because it's from the plants that are giving you fits.
right.
It's like
White clover honey is awesome.
neurotoxin for snakes.
All right, we'll talk about tasting foods in your that's in your food, your meats. Back, I'll just say 6 years ago, 7 years ago, before I started raising our own pigs, one of my son's friends, he worked at Taco Bell, and he thought he's saving all kinds of money feeding the leftovers from Taco Bell. He was happy as a lark. He processed his pigs. The first time he cooked whatever it was, he threw the whole thing away because it tastes like taco meat.
Oh no.
Yep. So what you feed him is what you're going to taste. That was on a pig anyway.
Oh, do you want to tell Chris what you called me about today? Because I haven't told him yet.
Did you forget?
No, I didn't.
No, she
Oh,
hasn't passed it to me yet.
I just haven't passed on the information to him
Because
yet.
she's rude like that.
Okay, Sophie, mid last week or over a week ago, was not feeling good. She was completely laying down. I actually, Angel and I thought something bad's wrong and she's dying. I mean, it was really bad. I contacted the vet, and then the people at the feed store talked to me before the vet did, and they were saying that they know they've actually been out here. The vet has and all that. They know that I don't want to give our animals any shots and whatever. I'm trying to be very pure with the animals. I keep their coops, their pens. I pick up their poops and I keep it clean. You've seen it; it's been clean.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But they asked me, "Are you still doing the same thing?" I said, "Yes." And they said, "Tony, your pigs live 100% outdoors every day. They live in the same area, even though your coops are bigger than most people have. They live in a bigger area that they still could get parasites and get worms, and it was something else." And they said that, "I know you don't want to feed your animals or give them shots and whatever else." She said that, "Don't do that. If you don't want to do that, don't do that to your meat animals. But Sophie and Sig live outdoors. You must treat your pigs, your male and female, for this." And I mean, they said they can't, you just have to do it. So anyway, Angel and I talked it over, and we treated Sophie like last Wednesday, and they said, I think it was last Tuesday or Wednesday, and they said probably Saturday you're going to see a difference if they think that what she had was parasites.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is with all this rain we've had, it has been muddier in their pens, but we're very sandy. After a day, it washes down. But still, I mean, I couldn't pick up their poop because the rain hit, it washed into the ground. We treated her, and on Saturday, I actually started noticing a difference. Sunday, she was up running around half and half. And yesterday, I was like, I think she's in heat or starting to get in the heat. And then today, sparks have been flying. All I can say is they said I would see a difference that quick. And it happened what they said. So I'm going to treat them because they're outside they're out in the atmosphere. We're not. They're out there.
They're not going to be food. They're pets. They're not food.
Right. And
That's
so
why he's going to treat them with.
I'm going to treat them, but the meat pigs, whatever, won't be. They're only around for like 9 months or whatever it is, and they're out. But I think what happened is we've had all this rain. We had a lot of rain. I think all this soil, it got contaminated between the pee and their poop and just everything else that's out there, and it affected them. That, or it's been years of having all this in the soil, but I keep it clean. I mean, you guys have been out there. We've seen it. It's clean pens. So, my chickens got mice.
Tony's just talking about his pig's mess.
Yeah.
That's all you missed.
Yeah, my chickens have never gotten mice at all, ever.
Hey, Tony, I have a question for you on that.
Yeah.
Did you talk to your people at your feed store and ask them if there is not some type of parasite or wormer control that you can use that's all natural, that's not a shot?
I didn't ask them that, but they gave me two different ways. I should have asked them that. Here's the big thing. Worms, I already know that is pumpkins is fantastic for them for worms and all that. It's not the pumpkin; it's the seeds that's in the pumpkin. And I really should have asked them more, like what you're saying, Paul. I really should have. I didn't think of it because I was really concerned what's going on here because I thought she's dying on us.
You know, I got a friend that raises those boar goats, and they say if they don't worm those things every 30 to 45 days, they will just go to dying because they pick up so many worms from eating grass off the ground.
Right.
And
Well, one thing that the female told me, she said that she felt it was parasites because I don't see the worms in her poop, and I was looking for this, but they also said that they could have worms around their heart, and that is what scared me. And they said if you don't see a difference in a week, you've got major issues with her about worms, and we will have to we will do something different for her. So they do have a pellet feed that's a wormer, but I also have the ivermectin.
Ivermectin.
I have the ivermectin that's for horses. I had it, and he did a scale, and he told me what I need to give because Sophie and Sig are 630 pounds. The percentages that I need to do, and he told me to take a piece of bread, mix some peanut butter with it, and squirt that in there, mix it up, and make a round ball, and just give it to them. And they both of them devoured it. And so that's what I did. And I'm hoping that's what it was. But I am going to treat them whether that's what it was or not because it makes really good sense.
the feed stuff you got that's wormer, is it Safeguard?
Yes, I think it is.
I've used a lot of Safeguard on my cattle. For cattle, they actually make a lick block that you can put out for them. But the original Safeguard was a drench, and you had this gun that was a dose gun type of a thing, and it had a hook on the end of it made out of a pipe, and you stuck it in their mouth like that so you could squirt it in the back of their mouth.
Right.
Which was much easier than the previous way. The previous way we had was all just boluses. Do you know what a bolus is?
I have heard of it. Yes.
The pill is about that long and bigger around than my thumb, and you had to put it in this. It wasn't a dose gun, but they called it a balling gun.
Yeah, same thing as goats.
You stuck that all the way down their throat. The handle would be the only thing still sticking out the side of their mouth, and the deal was this long.
Yep.
And then it had a push button. You plunged it, and it put that down their throat because you couldn't make them swallow it. They'd spit it back out.
Yeah, we do that with
Wow.
goats for copper boluses.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, there's several medicines that we've used for cattle that was in that bolus form, and I despise using.
I got away from it. I hated it.
Albons. They would give us Albons to give a calf if he was having certain issues, and you'd have to give. Let's say you had 1,000-pound calf, you'd have to give him 5 or 6 of them all at once. Sticking that thing, I'd have my throat all sore just sticking that thing. So my dad and I got to figuring out that's about a 3/4 inch PVC pipe size. So we rounded the end of one of them, and anybody that's not ever worked much cattle that wouldn't know this, when you catch them in a head gate, they're restrained, but they can flop that head around from one side to the other and knock you over. And so to put a balling gun in their mouth, you'd have to get your armpit basically over their eyes and hold their jaw so that you could jam that down their throat. Well, I stuck that PVC pipe down one's throat, got it in his stomach, and then we shoved 5 of them in there and stuck a broomstick down it to push it in. And it worked good.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do it 5 times.
Right.
Oh yeah. What didn't?
Well, it's kind of, I'm learning some stuff, and they talked about also, I didn't even know this existed, they asked if I had a, hopefully I'm saying it right, slapstick hose. Anybody heard that before? Basically, it's a hose. When you give a pig or anything a shot, they want to jump and run. Well, this hose is in between the needle and the syringe. It's 30 inches. And you can screw it onto your needle, your syringe. And they said it depends on your hose. It'll be in your packet how much of that fluid, that
Who's in there?
medication, you need to fill that hose. If it's 2.5 milliliters, whatever it is, you have to fill that plus the syringe. So when you shoot it in them, you're shooting the proper amount into, you put the needle in and you slap it on them. So when they jump and run, you've got 30 inches to stay with them. You squeeze it in there and then you pull it out. And
Hey, Troy.
we've already got one ordered up. So if we have an emergency or we have to treat them with something, I already got the hose. And I'm just trying to plan ahead.
Yeah.
But I think it was called slapstick hose. It's something different. I've never seen it, but it's already ordered up. We should have it this week. I just want to have it.
Them old big pigs can hurt you if you're not got a good way to restrain them to be able to give them shots and stuff like that. Now, my grandpa apparently grew some hogs from time to time, and he never had a good way to restrain them so he could work on them. But they make a tool that has a little cable loop on it that you can get on their snout. I don't know if you've seen one of these or not. They call it a snare. And you could make a snare out of a piece of rope if you have good enough rope. But you got to realize they're going to bite on it. And so my granddad, this was the way he would castrate a hog when it got over 50 pounds. He would put that snare around its snout and tie it to something in the barn, the corner post or whatever, and that pig will sit there and pull back on that. And they will just consistently pull back on that because it's got their attention, I guess. And he would have to put a milk can up underneath of it to keep it from laying plumb down on the ground while he was working on it. But the thing would just stand there and pull back on that. And that works pretty good, but when you're giving them a shot, you need some way of giving it to where they're not going to get loose from you like you're talking about there.
Yep. Yeah, they are both, by measuring them, they are both at 634 pounds each. Saying this, the last time she had babies or piglets, she was about 250 pounds. So this whole time, because it's been a year and a half, we've been busy, couldn't breed her. I thought, because I've watched it happen, I thought she was pregnant. That's it. I thought she was. And then they say within 2 weeks prior, you should be able to see her start to her things fill up with milk. Anyway, lost words. And it didn't happen. And I didn't see her get big because, guys, she doubled her size.
Right.
Yeah.
So when she didn't start to show signs of her boobs or teats, whatever you want to call those things, that's why I had concern, which was a week prior to 10 kilo meetup. But I still had my kids ready, and it didn't happen. And now I know she's too big. Willow, you want to go up? Hold on.
Hello, Brother Troy Sutton.
Can you
Good
believe
night, Wanda Henry. Good night, Glenn Anderson.
Good night, Greg Duncan? Oh, wait a minute. He didn't say good night.
No, Greg's still here.
All right, I need to shut up because everybody's leaving.
No, you're good. You're good. There's more. There's still 30 people in here.
I'm trying to do everything naturally, and I really am. But even my garden. But here's the thing: gardens. I realize if you try to do stuff naturally, you're going to lose. 90% of the time, you're going to end up losing your garden anyway. So I've just been spraying them. I know people hate it, but guess what? I'm getting fruits. So
It's your
We only
food,
go
not
like
theirs.
3 hours, 50
But
minutes or so.
But I agree. And Rebecca said she's still here. Hello, Rebecca. If I hadn't said hello to you,
Amy, you only
Sandra
have
was
like 3 hours and 45
No.
minutes or so.
no, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Good night, Alexander.
Thanks, Xander.
I've always gone natural, is what Wendy said. But
When
yeah,
do you actually-
that'd probably be good that because we're not gonna eat Diesel or Georgia, so might as well just go ahead and treat them with that ivermectin. That'd be fine.
Well, they do have the injection you can give them also, but the ivermectin was there. Wendy, I understand about the natural. In so many years with my gardens and everything, I try to go do it, and I would lose 80% because it just doesn't work. So the last year I started spraying my gardens, just being very careful what I sprayed and make sure I washed them really good. And I'm going to go with that because you've only got one chance a year to grow. And if it doesn't work, you lost it. And I don't want to be part of that.
Oh, I'm into losing. I lose so much stuff, Tony. I lose wrenches that I just had in my hand. I,
Wait a
That's
minute.
on the other hand.
when somebody stops,
Four-fingered ranch.
Yep.
really, that's been up there for almost an hour. Almost an
Oh,
hour.
and I just like, wait a minute. That's his
What?
four-fingered ranch hand. Oh my
I
goodness.
seen it a long time ago, but I didn't even think nothing of it. I was reading it. I think I read it 3 times.
I lose stuff so regularly that when some of my neighbors find something in the road, they call to see if it's mine. No lie. Happened today.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Let's see.
All right.
I don't know.
I saw
think
Johnny earlier, but he didn't come up on panels, so
I think it'd be very difficult to do everything natural in the world we're in, because when you run out of something and you need it or that's what you want, you go to the store and get it. And I kind of like the packaging that I seen on a steak here a while back. I just seen the picture of it on Facebook, and it said raised without hormones or something like that, but sometimes verbally abused. You don't really ever know, right? Yeah.
Order it online.
or just order it online. Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. So
We
you
don't
didn't
need-
have your grandkids tonight, Tony?
No, actually, they went to the other set of grandparents at a lake.
Ah.
Yeah, they're there for the week. So, which is great. I mean, gives us a little break. But we had them for 4 days, and then we had them a couple day break, and then we had them for 2 more days. And now they're at the other grandparents. They used to do that every year, and then I will have them probably for the rest on Tuesdays and I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesdays, one of the two. It's 2 days I have them, or we have them, but yeah.
I just took Corbin home today, so we had Corbin for a couple days.
Yeah.
Yep.
I enjoy spending time with them. I mean, they want to see the animals. Lincoln loves the garden stuff. Actually, Adeline's getting into it too. So they both do like the garden stuff.
Oh.
Looks like most of the big storm is past us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was just like, I'm gonna do my live, and if I get knocked off, then I'm gonna have to go on my phone and kill the live. So, but
Hey,
it didn't happen. Hey,
Well,
it didn't happen.
I had to stay dressed and everything because if I got called in for anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I noticed something, and someone brought this to my attention. It was about because at the beginning, like 2 months ago, I did like a bunch of storms coming in, storm damage, and or maybe it's longer than that. Anyway, I kept showing it, and they said stop doing that because YouTube will not promote your channel. They don't. If your channel's homesteading, the storms is nothing. So, and I actually went to my last video I did about storms, and I literally looked at analytics, and it raised and then it just dove completely down. So I mean, I was going to do a video today, and I was like, you know what? I'm biting my tongue. I'm not doing it. I'm leaving it alone. Let my channel keep going. Today's the first time I looked at my analytics. I said earlier, I haven't looked at my analytics. I haven't, and I just looked at it all. I saw I was doing some research before it came up, looking around. I don't pay attention to it. I just do videos.
Ohio Valley Prepping says YouTube hates preppers and homesteading.
Yeah. No. I said yeah, but no, they don't. They if you title it right, it'll go for you. It'll work.
They're picky on it.
Yeah, the government.
The government sure as crap
Yeah.
does.
Yes.
Yeah.
They want us to lean on them, and we don't, and they don't like it.
Right.
I'm here from the government, and I'm here to help.
That's why it's
Oh,
not a
run
bad
away,
idea to
run
have
away.
another channel for miscellaneous stuff. I will put everything, I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now, I'm putting everything on one channel because I do not know how people have 3
57
channels. Yeah, and then
Yeah, no.
they're, I don't get it. I
I
couldn't
can't.
do it.
I can't do it. There's no way.
No. So
I'm thinking about
everything,
doing some content on my channel,
then he'll get bored of it and he'll
and it
get
still
mad.
and it still doesn't matter.
We need to go float.
Won't post it because he does not like that
Love
editing
that kind of
stuff.
stuff.
Can I do something to get us kicked out of here?
What are you talking about?
What?
Do what?
Can I put something up on my little Hollywood Square that might get YouTube to kick us out?
No,
Come on.
you cannot get us kicked off, sir. We've been 2 hours and 21 minutes.
The tree fell the wrong
Oh, you
direction
still got
and
3
mashed
hours
the
then, huh?
Jug. It ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Woods today, a tree fell the wrong direction and mashed the jug. It ain't got no gas in it.
I seen that. Like was it like 2 or 3
That
weeks
is
ago?
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, we had another one yesterday.
Yeah.
He cut it off and it laid back on his saw. I seen it move. I'm like, that didn't work. Big, I almost couldn't push it with the loader. And when I started pushing it, it ripped the hinge wood all out of it. Was supposed to go like this way. It went like that way. Not good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Susan says I have enough trouble trying to keep up with one channel.
Right?
Ohio says the same thing.
I don't have trouble. I just suck at it. Like
Ain't no trouble. Ain't no trouble at all. I just ain't
no
no good
trouble
at
at
it.
all. I just can't do it right.
If I was to really watch some channels and pay attention to analytics, I would never, ever, ever get anything done. Can't do it. Don't have time for it.
Do all the stuff I'm gonna do anyway, and if she wants to record it, she records it. And then she does all that YouTube crap, and I just do the stuff I'm gonna do anyway.
Well, I'm the only one that's here. She's at work all day, so everything that's outside, I'm doing all day long.
Yeah.
If I'm here doing something, it ain't getting done on the computer. It ain't gonna happen.
I've took to loving the comments that I get on some of my videos. I did one here a while back and showed the dash of my truck some while I was out with the cows. I was just videoing through the windshield of my truck.
subscribe.
And somebody kept seeing what was on the dash of my truck. It's a 3030 extermination tool. And they're like, we'd like to see you use that. And I'm like,
I've seen that tool.
you probably never will because it takes both hands and I can't video while I'm using it, you know?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his Milwaukee tool one where he's cutting the tree got 31.48 views.
That
31 point. Hi, Anita.
I was one or
Yeah.
two of them.
Yeah, and then there was that one person was like, what's the purpose of this videoing like this? It's like 8 seconds long. I'm like, it shows the tool.
It's a short.
Thank you for leaving a comment.
exactly. You watched it, didn't you?
Entertainment.
Yeah, there you
What-
go.
What'd that one comedian say? I'm a dork fish. They caught me on corn dog.
The point of it was to make you ask a question.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
worked. Yes.
You can't see nothing. Well, you're blind.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, if you spend all your time on YouTube, you don't get nothing done that's outside. To me, what's outside is a heck of a lot more important.
Yeah.
It's funny. He's got 1,500 views in the 2 hours we've been live because he did that short when we started.
Yeah.
Well,
I plateaued at 1,500 views in 2 hours.
our attendance plateaued when I came on the screen. So
Oh, whatever.
Actually, it was just like the curve Tony was talking about, and then it was
Well, when I started,
Whatever. There's still 31 people in here, so
when I
whatever.
started talking, they went, "Ooh."
I know what happens because I've watched it in church before. Their eyes glaze over, they yawn 2 or 3 times, and in a minute their head goes back and
Angie's leaving.
Good night, Angie.
right. Ryder's doing it.
Unless you're retired and don't have animals. Hi, Country says, "Oh yes, I hate thistles."
Yep. I had, and it may be High Country that was commenting on those videos. I can't remember. I thought it had somebody's name on it, but I had a person comment on the thistle video from Australia that said they'd met me in lives before and gave a
Yes,
little
that was
heartbreaking story about their neighbors not taking care of theirs and the wind blowing all the seeds off the neighbors onto their place. And I'm like, I can level with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those things are really thorny, right?
Oh yeah, them thistles have stickers all over them. It's just like needles.
Yeah.
I have took brand new pairs of leather gloves with me to try to pull those thistles, and if you just grab a hold of the shank on the thistle, they'll just stick right through them leather gloves.
Wow.
You have to start grabbing it and raise your hand up the shank so it bends all of them down to be able to grab it and pull the thing out of the ground.
I seen you shovel to get them out. I watched the video.
Yeah, but some of them will have a tap root that's like that long.
I've seen it. Yep. Yep.
They're aggravating, and if you don't do some kind of controlling on them, they'll just take over.
We've got, I think, 3 of them that come back every year, and I thought I get rid of them every time. They keep coming back. The same spot.
They're the ones we're fighting are actually annuals, but the seed is so prolific it doesn't even have to be covered up in the dirt for them to grow.
Wow.
Need to burn it.
Yeah, I have
Burn
seen
it
people. I have seen people burn on those with a torch, and then animals come along and eat them, like cows or whatever would come along and eat them, and I'm like, why? Why? I've got all this other stuff out here. Why would you
Like
eat that?
popcorn.
Something they like, something they need, maybe.
Well, I know animals like ash.
It could be.
Ash is pretty good for. I can't remember what it's good for, but for animals, ash is pretty good.
But I do know that in the pastures where I have cattle, the thistles don't ever grow as good, so they're probably chewing on them some then, even whenever before, because I have to spray the hay fields first or else the ones in the hay fields will get away from me, and the ones in the pasture still won't have made a head. You know, it's so much fun.
Animals like barbecue too.
Some animals are barbecue.
It's on their plate and destiny.
Mm-mm-mm. So, Ryder, when's y'all's next video gonna come out?
We put one out today.
Okay,
Uh,
I have to go
we
watch
should
that.
have another one out.
She said your next one.
We should have another. We should have another one next Tuesday. I'm trying to keep them posted on the same day every week, but yeah, that don't happen.
You got more videos than I do.
We have like 3 other videos that are ready. They just needed a little bit of editing, and then they'd be ready to post every week for at least 3 weeks out.
That
But
sounds like it's right up your alley. Little bit.
do what?
You can't get it. You're short. Come on, Tony got it. Tony
I
got it.
didn't
as
even
soon as I
hear
said
you.
it.
All right,
That was so punny.
I didn't even hear you. So
You said it needs a little bit of editing. I said that's right up your alley because it's a little bit. Come on,
oh my goodness.
Oh,
you're killing
That's
me, Small.
hilarious.
Tony got it as soon as I said it. I got to explain it to you. I guess it was so funny it went right over your head because you're so dang short.
My brain naturally tunes you out.
I deleted my whole library a long time ago. I should have privated them. Aw. Yeah, that stinks. And then it got silent after we all laughed.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wah, wah, wah.
hey, I'm going to go because I do have one more video, or I have another video I'm trying to touch up on edit.
Okay.
So I'm going to go.
Thanks
Ryder,
for that, Tony.
Yep, Amy, Chris,
Deuces, Tony.
Bye.
have a great night, everybody.
Good night, young man.
Bye. Young man,
Bye.
I'm not older than you, Paul.
I still think you're lying about your age,
Who, me? Him.
Tony. I don't even know yours, Paul.
64. 100%. Paul's a puppy.
I'm not gonna tell you how old I am because there ain't no sense in getting all that started.
You two young pups, calm down.
All right, guys. Everybody, good night. Everybody chat. Good night. See you later.
Good night, Tony.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Susan says, I have 3 videos on the go, but none are ready to go. Putting up a short in 3 hours, though.
I can tell you how to get this much gray hair and only be 50.
I got gray hair now. That's why I keep trimming the beard, because otherwise it'd look like.
Brandon, I can see your beard. Mine is a marshmallow colored. See?
Mine was just like here, and I cut it yesterday because there was too much white and gray in it. It started to look like Chris.
I'm gonna tell you how you can get this gray and only be 50, but I ain't gonna recommend it.
I ain't even 30.
Go
I
to
was
the
halfway there.
bank. Go to the bank and borrow $350,000 to build a chicken farm.
I'd
Do
rather
that in
not.
12 years.
They probably wouldn't let me anyway.
You never know.
Huh?
You know how old I was when I did that? 19. I seen that
19.
banker here a while back. I asked him if he didn't think that was a little risky. He said, well, it'd been a long time since I'd done anything
All right,
silly.
Troy. All right, Troy.
Oh, man. Chris, that was top shelf. Ryder couldn't reach the joke.
Wow.
Palmetto paratrooper. I started growing out my hair again and immediately started seeing long streaks of silver.
I'm not even 30, and I was seeing way too much white in my beard. 4 kids and a wife. I'm sorry. She looked
Yeah,
so
get
good.
ready for the brick.
I know. I was like, what? As soon as I turned like this, she was like,
We'll
You
see it
don't-
live. We'll see it
don't-
live. Something fly across an It Rider.
You don't have near enough protective
"Something's
gear.
gonna come flying." Yeah.
That reflective stuff ain't good for padding, you know.
Oh, you're getting brave on the live.
I told him about the timber you saw earlier.
Oh.
Hmm.
I need the days to be longer.
I will say, Chris, we have had way less this year and last year. We had way less of those pygmies, but more of those copperheads.
Yeah.
It switches every year or two.
I've
We'll have
never
either-
seen any pygmies out here. I've only seen copperheads since I've been out
Well,
here.
after when y'all moved here, the copperheads came in, and the pygmies they get pushed out because like the year before, the first year we got here, up until the year y'all moved up the mountain, it was nothing but pygmies. I didn't see a copperhead one, and then the copperheads started seeing them more and the pygmies less, and then now I haven't seen a pygmy this year at all. I've seen timbers out on 310 and now in my yard, but that's about it.
Wow, 50 feet from the house.
See,
Burn
that-
it down.
That copperhead me and Christopher found last
Mhm.
year,
Yeah.
20 feet off our front porch.
And see, I don't get the copperheads over here, but y'all do.
Yeah.
And I get the rattlesnakes, but y'all don't. And we're
Well,
150 yards away.
they're also messing with all that rock that was built up too for years.
Yeah, I've got big piles of rock that I actually tear down and move around. Your big piles of rock never get messed with.
Well, my big piles of rock are rock and dirt piles, so yeah, makes sense.
I got no idea what you're talking about, but I could tell Amy was serious because she went to doing that head shaking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we
I
have.
don't know how the big channels do it. I only been on 3 months and it's turned into a full-time job, but I enjoy it.
Right. I like seeing the prepping channels in our lives because then I get to see them over at Jeff's tomorrow too.
Mhm.
That's cool.
There's
Hey,
Scott rambling
And
with the
since
Browns.
Ohio Valley Prepping is here, I guess I could mention it to them too. I heard from a little bird whose name is not really Jeff that there might be a fall bug out weekend. Just saying. I can handle me a fall bug out weekend.
Not me.
Just saying.
Not me. Nope.
Chris,
Me
you need
and
to
the
send your
tent.
boat in.
What?
You need to send your boat in.
I do. Hey, I pulled it out the other day. It's ready. It's out.
I
Unburied.
saw that.
I need to get all that stuff off of it though.
I went and checked mine. That hole I was sealing up. I'm getting ready to take it out soon. When we
got-
stop getting rain,
Yeah.
Confirmation. They're
Trying to talk.
trying to talk vision into a
Yeah.
See,
See,
Scott,
y'all
only
over there, we need to do something
see
for
you.
people down here.
Come to my channel to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He went to your channel to see me.
that's right.
Or maybe he came to your channel to see Ryder. Or
What?
maybe he came to your channel to see Chris.
What's up? Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. It could be either one of those.
Well, I feel a hot shower in a bed calling me.
Yeah. I'm getting tired too.
Hey, Palmetto,
You got a long way to go.
I've got 2 canoes out there ready to go.
You
So-
know, I don't know, Wendy.
I'm
Oh,
confused now.
me too.
He's in Paul's channel,
Oh,
but he's co-streaming with us. and we just confused him because he said maybe, because we were saying maybe he went to his
gotcha.
channel to see you, or to see Ryder, or to
Well,
see
it
me.
was definitely to see Chris and Amy, because hey, Chris and Amy, and then later he comes on and says, "Oh, and you too, Paul." Yeah, yeah. It's all right though, Scott. I love you just the same.
Oh,
He's up there. In
they're already saying good night, Paul.
that there Canton, isn't he?
I was still trying to think of my story for the day.
Yes.
Oh, we went and ate fried chicken with Dale and Lisa and
Drops his butt.
Tina and Eric and the Jar up at Pittsburgh, and it was really good. But my wife's she's a little bit weird. She ordered 3 chicken legs.
With the bone in?
Oh yeah.
Ew.
Oh yeah.
And so we're like, do you know that chickens don't come that way, Nita?
If they did, it would be a deformity.
Which brings me all the way full circle to Ronald Reagan's story about the traveling salesman. This guy's driving down a country road. He sees this chicken running beside his car. And he's like, look at that. That chicken's keeping right up with me, and it's got 3 legs. So he speeds up. He's going like 50, and the chicken passes him and cuts down a driveway. So the guy, he drove way past it trying to stop and backs up and goes down the driveway, and there's a farmer standing there in his bib overalls. And the salesman says, hey, did you see a chicken go by here? He said, yeah. He said, did it have 3 legs? He said, yeah, that's my chicken. He said, why does your chicken have 3 legs? And the farmer says, that's easy. I like the drumstick, and Ma likes the drumstick, and Junior likes the drumstick. So we're all happy. And the salesman says, well, how do they taste? And the farmer says, we don't know. We've never caught one.
Balances.
Bye, Paul. Oh my goodness, him and his stories.
Mhm.
Hilarious. Oh Lord. Well, they're all laughing.
That's the problem. They're all up there in that Ohio.
Hey,
And,
did they say it was going to be in Ohio in October?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'd go because I'd go deer hunting over there.
So that's a long way to go to Ohio to go camping,
And hunting.
and that's all
Ohio deer, man.
Paul is a mess. Yes. Oh dear. Oh.
Still.
Well, look at Jan. 2 hours later, and you're still alive. LOL. Right, Jan?
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, Daytona and
No,
October.
Daytona.
Oh, Dayton. Sorry.
Dayton.
In October. Maybe.
Daytona is nowhere near
Sorry.
Dayton.
Sorry. I can't read. See,
Miles and
Courtney-
miles apart.
Courtney can't spell, and I can't read. We've determined this already. Hi, Chris and Amy. We had a roadrunner trying to get in our house. Wow.
Well, that ain't no closer either.
There
That
also may be one in North Carolina in September.
Oklahoma, Texas, even Arkansas, something like that.
Kansas.
But y'all are over here against the East Coast.
The marathon channel.
Oh, Jan. He says, we'll see you tomorrow. This is a marathon channel. Hey, Lori, you can't talk because you got some long lives too. I'm trying to find where to buy a 3-legged chicken. Any clue?
I don't know.
Drops.
If Paul was still in here, you could pass.
Right? Ask Paul. Texas, you need to talk to Pete, aka the Roman Prepper.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna bring.
Fast
I'm gonna
drumsticks.
bring it up tomorrow on Jeff's live.
I have a
For
short with a
sure.
Roadrunner in it.
There you go.
There's Christy, Bayou Back 40. Hello,
I know.
hello.
We lost some and we got more.
I know,
We got
right?
Other ones.
Everybody's saying hello to Jan.
You're almost halfway to your 6-hour mark.
No, we're
Oh,
not
no.
doing 6 hours.
About 15 minutes. I'm gonna be outside
Yeah.
smoking.
Yes. I'll give it another 15 minutes and then I'm going to say, well,
You need a shirt that says that. It's hilarious.
yeah, I need a shirt now that says, well.
Good Lord.
Now I have Johnny saying it too.
Johnny gets a kick out of
Yes.
that too.
Uh-huh.
He gets the crack out loud.
That's the first time I saw a Roadrunner was in Arkansas as well.
A video of the Roadrunner trying to come in. Wow. Thank you, Chris, for sharing her link. Yeah. I already have a shirt that says hold on, but it's the wrong hold. It says hold on. But that was before
You got one that
Kathy.
says it the other way too.
Yeah, I have one
I
that says
made
it too. But I should have changed the finger because now they say that it looks like
No,
I'm going
those
around.
people are just wicked minded, and that's what they see because
Hold on.
that's what they see.
Well, yeah, in about 15 minutes, when you hear me say, well, y'all say y'all goodbyes.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, God's Prepared Warrior is in Texas and he's talking about putting a bug out weekend together.
See there?
Nah.
I can get behind that.
I have a shirt that says that reads, "Hi, Jan." Yep, she sure does. I bet that's the one that Mom and Marissa.
and Christopher made her. But yeah. Fitting.
Fitting. Yeah, 15 minutes.
Well, actually, here 14.
14.
Oh.
14.
14.
14. In about 15, I might. There you go. See, Lori will be right after me. So
Right.
y'all want to still stay up and support the channel, go to Lori's Prepping for Heaven. I'll pop in there just to hear her say my song. Yep.
Well, that's too darn bad.
Yep.
I'm just glad the storm's gone and I shouldn't get called in now.
Well, nothing gonna happen anyway.
There was a lot of lightning in that thing, and that causes some issues for them to want to call people to come work.
Looks like I got here about the time my brother Paul left. Well, welcome in, Dan. Yep. About less than 14 minutes now. Less than 14 minutes. Okay, who got the gifted memberships? Thank you, Drops.
Speaking of Eddie Family Farms, they just went live.
Yeah. Oh, so are you about to drop off so that you can go to the Eddie Family Farm? Is that what
No.
you're telling me,
Probably.
Ryder? I thought
200
we was family.
Look here, there's 293 people in there. I'm not jumping in the comment. Well, I'll probably go and comment.
No, you know
but I ain't
what?
jumping
I'm
on.
telling you, he's one of the people that if you drop into the comments and say, "Hey, Brandon and Steph," he will say, "Hey, there's RNC Acres."
Yeah,
Don't
he
do it until after my live though, because he'll still be live. Y'all see how he is? Yup.
Hey, gotta support all of them.
I'll keep y'all posted on any upcoming events. Nice. I need to practice the song before I
Okay.
can sing it.
Duncan Family Farms,
Yeah.
Adventure America,
Nice.
Mile High Community Channel,
Okay, I don't know that one.
Peaceful Death,
Yay, Dez.
TJ,
TJ. Nice. There's only one that I don't remember. Or I don't.
Well, I happen to be a mod, so
Hey, Dan. We have
I'll
some
go.
mighty fine picking and singing at church last Sunday. Hey, Paul Case is in there. Somebody might ask him how he got that how you go about getting a 3-legged chicken. No loyalty. See, no loyalty, Ryder.
Hey, I'm still right here. All right.
I'll be there. See, you already got people saying they're going to go to your live, Lori. Yep. Not Ryder. He's going to go to Eddie Family Farm, Lori.
No.
If you see RNC Acres in your live, Lori, be like, hey, listen, Ryder, I know this is just, yeah.
That'd be Courtney. Look, this one is mine. All right. Hold on.
You get a 3-legged dog, it's a wimp. Wow.
Yes. We just
Ryder,
posted a
have you
video
been
today. We took the kids fishing a couple days back.
Now, it's free fishing this weekend.
Yeah, I think we're going Saturday night. Me and me, Ron, and I can't remember the other guy's name. We're supposed to go. Probably Jimmy too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just took the kids catching perch. We had no power. That was when that storm hit. We had no power up here at all.
Teaching kids to fish is good. I have a telescopic fishing pole in my bug out bags. Nice.
You seen my comment, Amy?
Do what?
I said you seen
Yes,
my comment?
I said, see, Amy? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got less than 10 minutes, y'all. Less than 10 minutes.
Lies.
Less than 10 minutes. Oh. Hey, I still have 23 people in here. And some just jumped on and said, oh my, y'all still live? Yeah, we're still live. Hello. Man, we talked about a lot of stuff on this live. Did you find? Oh, you're not even subscribed. You better hit that subscribe button for
there's a whole lot of people I'm not subscribed to on this one. I don't YouTube a whole lot.
About the prepping. Come on now.
There's a lot I'm not subscribed to on this.
Oh, but you are now.
And well, there.
You are now. You have like 3 freaking
It's because I was
emails.
Not emails.
YouTubes. Whatever.
Things, I guess.
Let's see. So, where did you say you were going this weekend to take the kids fishing? Or are you going fishing?
No, me, Ron, I think Jimmy, and another guy. I think we're gonna go night fishing Saturday night up to the dam. Probably do some bow fishing at the creek too.
I always miss everybody's normal time lives. If I had the boys, I gotta wait till they go to bed, get on their wild. Yep. Well, if you get to this point on replay, #replay. I always forget to say that in the very beginning. So if they see that at the end, when they're replaying, they can put #replay. Yeah. That's right.
We need to go live on ours sometime, but everybody else is always going live at any time we have time. So it's like,
yeah, but that's just it. You got to pick a time that's good for y'all and do it. I just have to go a mile up the road to fish. Got a river across right off my highway that's free. I've only found one good fishing spot since I got here. Part of the reason I want to canoe the Illinois River. I keep trying to share channels, but I don't get the option to do it. So weird. What? Jan? Oh, that's Paul Case. That's not going to help. That's not going to help. Really? Ryder put hashtag replay. Really? You got to do it after the live ends, you goober.
No, I like rewind it. You know, I looked on
It
my phone.
won't let you.
It
Try
was a replay for me.
it. Okay, this is sad. I got 2 devices going and watching 4 Leonards. Oh, Lord.
Palmetto Paratrooper wants to canoe the Illinois River, babe. Who's that sound like?
Mm.
Who?
Who? Simply Jan Homestead. Is this the Jan or the question? LOL. Ow. Good Lord. Simply Jan, it may depend on the platform you're on. I can't do stuff on my phone that I can do on my laptop. I'm still learning how to do stuff, though. She should be able to now. Try it. Share link. That's pretty cool. We got 5 more channel members. Y'all, you know what? You know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'll
do a member video.
I will do a member video.
Shoot.
What?
Ryder, you want to take these 2 canoes out here and go down to Illinois? It's up right now. There won't be hardly no eddies. There won't hardly be no rocks. It's up. Up.
Your brother wants to take like a whole week and go down the Illinois
he knows.
River.
He's in. He's down for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks, technically 10 days, and
Well,
to the ocean.
It says that by barge it usually takes 10 days. That just means if I take 2 weeks off of work, guess what? I could take my time and slow down.
Yep, and we can fish on the way so I can catch some big old blue cat.
Yeah. Yeah. We can get some planer boards. We can do some dragging.
Yeah. We take that pontoon. I say we drag a canoe behind us just so I hop in and go down a creek every once in a while.
Right. Oh, I planned on either one of the canoes or a kayak.
Right.
Because we can just put it on the deck and trailer it down there and then drop it off in the water once we're in the water.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm down for whatever.
Be live streaming on the pontoon going down the river.
I don't know all about that. We had to find somebody.
Drag a rare earth magnet behind you.
No, I can't. I have the first net for the first responders, so I'll have awesome service no matter what. I got you, Chris.
Dang, Ryder's still on here. I have faith.
I know I'm old. You ain't
I
got.
don't know if that first responder tower crap going to work in the middle of nowhere on the river anyway.
That's the point of it. It does. It's nice. I get good service here.
Well, yeah, this ain't in the middle of nowhere out in the river where there ain't no towers nowheres.
Hey, there's still towers, man. That's the point of it.
Someone was trying to sell me a fishing magnet Saturday. I watch all of the you've seen me. I watch those people who throw the magnet in and bring up all kinds of stuff. What day is the catfish fry is all I care about. Date and time, please.
I got some halibut right now from Alaska.
And you can eat that just for the halibut.
Okay, good night and God bless. Night, Susan.
Hey, that halibut is
some interesting stuff.
And the halibut trips underwater. That was probably the funniest part of that whole stupid movie.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. If you pull one of those up, yep, I've seen them. They have to call the po-pos. Well, there's Kevin hiking with Jackie Boy. Hello, hello. You came in 2 minutes until I said, well,
2 minutes.
Well, I guess 10 more minutes.
well.
I guess 10 more minutes.
No, no.
No, you got a minute and 8 seconds.
Yeah, a minute and 8 seconds.
No.
Yep. Shoot, you just surprised Faith on still being on alive, and it's almost 11 o'clock, you old man.
That's because I'm an old man. I keep trying to tell everybody. I called Paul Case and Tony young pups. I'm telling you.
Well, that makes sense because, when you get old, you start shrinking. Ryder's already there.
I can't shrink no more. Yeah.
He already did shrink. The guy that was like 6'3" in the Marine Corps at D-Day, is probably like he 90 years old. He's 5'9". They shrink.
How
Whitney's sitting right there over there on the couch on her phone.
She ain't saying, well. I'm surprised Courtney hasn't dragged him into bed.
She's right over there on the couch.
Better not wake up my buddy.
Ooh.
She's talking about the baby, Olivia.
Olivia?
Yeah.
I'll go over there and yank that hat off her head.
Last time I went canoeing, I threw a top of water out the mat
off of her
and
head.
stuck the rod in and strapped and immediately caught a striper.
Yeah.
Yes, it. Cordy said, "Pew,
Well,
it is time to go to bed."
nuh-uh.
My sister gets free halibut from a neighbor that fishes Alaska every season.
So my buddy at work he had just got back, and he brought back almost 50 pounds just of halibut, and then he had the two different types of salmon and the rockfish and everything. But then I find out that my other buddy just went to Alaska too, and he caught 136-pound halibut on video. That thing is huge.
Olivia's a doll.
so was Chucky.
Yeah.
So was Chucky. See, Courtney's ready for bed. After I left Alaska, I refused to eat salmon for like 5 years. They get in free time while Olivia's sleeping.
And Ryder's right here, and Courtney's nowhere to be seen, so they ain't doing it together.
Yeah, we got to get up early for an appointment for Faith. And we all know Faith is not a morning person.
I have to go to work.
Yeah,
So.
like every other day.
Yeah.
Y'all
Unless he don't want
y'all
to.
over here griping about
Unless he don't want to.
getting up early and crap.
Not my fault. I work
every
for.
single day.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
I really got to get off. So, well, see you on the next one. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
I was going to say, isn't it tomorrow?
Me too. I'll be up in 6 hours to trade stocks. You're trying for 3 hours? Well, never mind. It's 3 hours now.
Faith said 5 more minutes.
Let me know how it goes, Faith. 5 more minutes. Good night, y'all. Love y'all. Okay, it's been fun lurking as I work. Love you. Good night, Lauren.
Night,
Everybody have a good night. What dare you do? July 1st. She's July 1st.
That's when I get my raise.
Yeah, July 1st. So, all right, y'all.
Night.
Good night, y'all. Bye.